Castro appeared via video teleconference in front of Magistrate Judge Alberto Tolentino this afternoon. His family sat in the front row of the courtroom listening intently as the judge discussed the aggravated murder charges that were filed against him. Attorney Curtis Vandevelde was retained by Castro's family only to represent him in the magistrate and bail hearings. Castro is charged with aggravated murder, aggravated assault, and child abuse, accused of beating a 23-month-old girl last week. An autopsy revealed that the girl had bruising all over her head and body, a fractured skull, and extensive internal injuries. Castro told police the little girl had fallen and hit her head, and he massaged her. The magistrate's report revealed that the autopsy indicated that the bruising to the girl's head occurred several days before the victim was brought to the hospital on Saturday.
The only reported contact between Mr. Castro and the victim is on the night of January 10, 2014. So, if we accept as true the facts as stated here, this person sustained injuries several days before there was any indication of contact between her and the defendant. I think this raises a serious question of probable cause.
Assistant AG Jesse Nassis, however, argued that the defense misunderstood the facts of the case.
I would assert that there in fact is probable cause because the information as presented by Dr. Espinola does cover the date in question when Mr. Castro was caring for the infant, which would be January 10th.
Castro is unemployed and has 6 children. As we reported, he was arrested 3 times in the last decade. In January of 2009, he was arrested on charges of family violence and theft of property, but was released less than 2 months later. In March of 2008, he was arrested for family violence and assault and released from jail the very next day. And in 2003, Castro was arrested on charges of first and second-degree criminal sexual conduct, child abuse, and family violence, but he was released the same day as per the Attorney General's office. Despite all of the arrests, the court's records show that no criminal cases were ever filed against him. Today, the AG's office asked that bail be set at $1 million, calling the circumstances of the case extremely disturbing.
She did suffer bruises to her face, her back, her knee, ruptured small intestines, lacerated liver due to blunt force trauma. She suffered a contusion on her forehead, multiple contusions on the back of her head, and there's no dispute that the baby was under the defendant's care, at least on January 10th.
Vandevelde indicated he is looking for third-party custodians for his client as he will seek his release on bail next week.
It really is grandstanding because of the nature of the charges that the government presents in this case and trying to appeal to the community for purposes of possible politics. But I don't see this as any sincere request for the lease owner as a set of conditions. Man who has no money, can't meet even a $10,000 bail, asking for $1 million is absurd.
Castro is scheduled to appear back in court on January 24th for a preliminary hearing in front of Judge James Canto. He was ordered to have no contact with the victim's mother. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Indy Yigo.